Full disclosure, I did originally write this joke because I was doing a lot of open mics downtown and I wanted to try to have a chance to get laid. But the more I told this joke, the more it just kind of became something that I inherently believe. And that is, women should get paid more than men. Period. End of sentence. If a woman is doing the same job as a man and that man is getting paid $1, then the woman should probably get paid like $1.25 for doing the same job. And that's not because women are inherently better at the job or because men deserve to be punished in some way. It's just because women have to pay for so much stupid bullshit that men never ever have to even think about. The ladies in the audience are yelling pink tax. Yeah, the pink tax. The first time that I really became aware of it was I was dating this woman. She was coming into town. You know, she kind of lived in a different city and she was coming into town for the weekend and had to drive a ways. And on the way up, she texted me and said, hey, I remembered everything except for my makeup bag, but we're just staying home all weekend. I don't really need a bunch of makeup. Could you please get me an eyebrow pencil, though? I could really use an eyebrow pencil. And in my mind, I was like, yeah, babe, sure, I'll get you a pencil. What does that cost? Like 50 cents? Sure, I got that for you. And then I went across the street to the grocery store, and they didn't sell single eyebrow pencils. The cheapest option that I could get was a 2-pack of eyebrow pencils for $5. $5 for 2 pencils that are like not even the size of a writing utensil. $5 for 2 of them. I'm like, Jesus, why do you even need 2? 1 for each eyebrow? Can you use a Crayola colored pencil? I got like 20 of those in a drawer. So that's when I first really started noticing it, that, you know, somebody that I really cared for would have to pay $5 every time they wanted to scribble on their eyebrows. That's a heck of a cost. Not to say that she didn't look beautiful and it wasn't worth it, but it was a cost. And that's when you start noticing other things, like fellas, tell me seriously, tell me honest, when's the last time that you had an extra $200 to $300 in your pocket? You bet something and it came in good, your investment came in that you weren't expecting, right? You have an extra $200 to $300 in your pocket. And you go, wow, I'm going to use this money and I'm going to buy myself something nice. What am I going to buy? I know. I'm going to buy myself new underwear. I'm going to buy 2, maybe 3 pairs. One that just is for me, one that's for my partner, and then if I can afford it, one that makes it so that I can go jogging in the winter without my chest bleeding. I don't know if there is a man in the history of men that has ever spent more than $50 on a pair of underwear. And if you're that person, if you're the person who regularly spends a whole bill on a pair of underwear, your ball sack must be in heaven, bro. It must feel like your testicles are floating on a cloud. I've been rocking the same pair of Hanes Value Pack boxers that I bought from Kohl's probably like a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I bet 95% of you are like me, or you're like me on other days and just freeballing it. Regardless, just a friendly tip. Fellas, next time your lady comes out in a nice frilly set of underwear trying to look good, pay fucking attention. Lastly, and this one's a huge one, how the hell do we get away with charging women for tampons? What sort of fucking sadistic practice is that? Fellas, just imagine this scenario. I just want you to try to practice empathy with me here, right? Just imagine the scenario. You've just gotten into high school, right? You're going out, you're trying to make new friends, you're discovering new things about yourself and about life. And then one day, out of nowhere, you start to bleed uncontrollably from your asshole. A river of blood down your leg. Nobody warned you it was coming. Nobody told you what to do about it. You're freaking out. You're walking down the street when it happens, so you have no idea what's going on. And so you run into the nearest convenience store that you can find. You find an adult and you go, "Hey, help. I'm bleeding. It hurts and I am bleeding from my asshole." And the adult that you're asking for help looks you in the eyes and goes, yeah, okay, that'll be $15. Well, $20 if you want the nice pads that make it so that you can wear white pants in the summer. What? Do you know how absolutely furious I would be? I can't control that. I can't control this thing. And it's not like I'll just slap a cheap bandage on it. Like, have you checked the price tag on a value pack of tampons lately? That shit adds up. And they're not all the same. You know, the way that I try to explain it to guys is that I think most guys think of it like it's a Band-Aid. Like, oh, something's bleeding, stick a Band-Aid on it, it'll be fine. No, that Band-Aid has to, like, move. You know what I mean? It has to move and be comfortable and not destroy your clothes. The fact that we charge people for that just exorbitant amounts of money every single month, sometimes twice a month if you're stressed, Jesus. And I've talked to guys about this before, and they've come back at me. They're like, yeah, okay, women need to pay for tampons, but guys, we gotta pay for stuff too. Like, we gotta pay for toilet paper. Which brings me to my next issue. How the fuck are we as Americans still paying for toilet paper? That's crazy. Ladies, this is how we backdoor the issue. If we backdoor it and we come to the guys and we're like, hey guys, free toilet paper for everybody, right? Not like the gushy, Cottonelle Bear, plump on your ass stuff. No. We just have a government subsidy for like 1 to 1.5 ply toilet paper for everybody who needs it. We start off there so that, imagine all of the money that young people and families would save if they just didn't have to buy toilet paper. And then we kind of like scoot toilet paper over to Kleenex, and then we scoot Kleenex over to tampons, and then we scoot tampons over to abortion rights. That's right, this is another political video. I'm a liberal cuck.